Hi, this is Danielle with the product team for iSalis. We're excited to show the new credit balance screen designed to replace the three refund reports as well as the refund maintenance tool. From within the billing portal, navigate to credit balance under our payment posting heading. This one screen will show credits in the system and allow transfers as well as process refunds to both patients and insurances. We can change our default settings by going to More and Change Display Settings. That will give you some different columns to choose from. We can also use the search toolbar to look for particular claims or accounts. You can also go to Advanced Search in order to build a listing of credits to work. We also have a patient refund checkbox and an insurance refund checkbox. Checking those will show you only credits that are due to patient refund or credits that are due to insurance refund. It's important to note if you check both of these, it is only going to show you credits for both patient and insurance refunds. The transferable column will have a plus symbol if there are claims with credits and also claims with balances due so that you can transfer those monies between those credits and balances before processing any refunds. It's also important to note that insurance payments may not be transferred because payers have designated that money to a particular claim or procedure, etc. To begin working one of these credits, we will double click on the line that we want to open, and notice to the right we have our claim credit selection screen open. This gives us the details of our patient and available credits along with the credit sources and the credit destinations. In the upper right corner we have a gear icon. We can click the drop down for that to access company settings, view those, make changes as needed, and also there is a refresh button. Refresh may be used if you have made changes on another screen that aren't reflected properly on this screen. This particular patient only has one credit source and one credit destination. However, you can have credits that have multiple sources and or destinations, such as this one. Under our details area, we have the patient name and account number. If we click that account number, it gives us access to the patient setup screen to make any changes or view any items that might need to be reviewed before continuing. We can also see our available credit and our open balances. The auto distribute when creating a refund or transfer box allows you to go ahead and process that refund or transfer, and it will go ahead and auto distribute that money between multiple lines. You can edit those monies on each line on that screen after doing that, or you can uncheck that if you don't want that money auto distributed and you'd rather manually input the information. Notice that there are some checkboxes at the beginning of our credit sources and credit destinations. So if we have a long list of sources and destinations, you may want to simply use the little drop down to the right of our claim ID in order to show procedures, payments, and comments for only that individual claim. Or we can check the boxes at the beginning of each section and show all of those for all of the claims. Again, that can be rather lengthy, so you may want to only see it on an individual line. That option is also available below, as I mentioned, for the credit destinations. We have a hyperlink to our claim, so if you need to go in, review, make any changes on the claim level, you may click that and go into that claim screen and go ahead and make those changes as necessary. We can see our data service level, payer, charges, payments, adjustments, and balances, as well as actions. The actions column will tell you where those credits are in the system. The P indicates that the credit is assigned to the primary insurance. If you've researched and you know that this is not where it needs to be, we can click that and reassign it. Now that is based on what is available in the patient setup and on the claim. So this one can only be reassigned to a responsible party, but notice it's in real time. So if I select that, this claim is now set to be a credit for a responsible party. The P indicates that's a primary insurance. You may see an S for secondary insurance or a T for a tertiary insurance. There are a few other icons you may see. One of those is the red exclamation mark, which means that that credit is unaffiliated, means the refund is not assigned to a payer or a patient that's assigned to this claim. Maybe they had a different insurance when the claim was built, it got resent out, but there's a credit that is incorrect on that claim. You may also see this symbol, the yellow with the question mark in the middle, meaning that that refund is unassigned. It's not assigned to a payer or a responsible party. Again, we can go in, view the claim, make changes there, or if you've already researched and you know who to flip that to at this point, we can click that and we can reassign it to the responsible party, primary or the secondary. After going in and researching, if you decide that this credit is in error and you want to unassign that refund, this replaces what we used to use under the set billing info refund maintenance. If you recall, we used that to unassign that invalid or inaccurate credit from a claim. So we can unassign that refund straight from this line and remove it from our credit source list. You can work multiple credit sources and multiple credit destinations at a time, or you can work just one of those. For this particular instance, there's not a credit on this claim, so I only want to work this one. I can then transfer. Bringing up the claim transfer screen. Again, I have the hyperlink that I had previously. I can view current balances, credit balances, and what's available to move. Our payment method by default is transfer, and our payment type by default is payment transfer. Again, those are controlled under the company setting. We can also access our claims either for our credit sources or for our credit destinations. We can view payments, adjustments, and balances. And again, you can see who that refundee is for this claim. So this is a patient credit, meaning I can transfer it to another claim. I have $16.70. It is already distributed to this line in this claim because I had that checkbox there, but I can move that if I want to. So I can change it down here. Note, I haven't removed that top allocated amount, so I do get a message at the bottom that tells me that that exceeds the credited amounts. Once I remove that second one, my error message goes away, telling me that I've properly allocated the available credit. I can put in any transfer notes and hit save. Now, if I don't want to do a transfer and I want to refund that patient, I can simply click refund, and that takes me to a claim refund screen. Again, we can view who is the refundee, the maximum amount of the refund, and the total amount of the refund. We can also do just a partial refund. So I only want to refund $16 of that $16.70. It can be edited here. The payment type, again, by the company settings, is defaulted to refund to patient because the patient is the refundee. This can be changed on this screen if for any reason you need to. However, if it is changed to a payment type that does not affect payments, you will see a warning telling you that it won't affect payment and encouraging you to use a different payment type. So I'm going to flip that back to refund to patient. Going to go ahead and put in any refund notes that I want, hit save and exit. Once all my credits have been worked and I want to move on to my listing of refunds and work through those, I can go up to my refund register report located under More and clicking on that. By default, this screen is only going to show refunds that are in a pending status. I can go through and search for particular refunds, use my advanced search, and I can go under More to change my display settings. To go in and work this particular refund, simply double click. I can view all the details of that refund. I can go in and enter my transaction number, which for this case will be my check number. My payment method is going to default to check based on those company settings. However, if you're processing that refund differently, you can switch that. Note that our contact information is all listed below and our address so that you can mail that check. And this is going to show the details of that claim that will be refunded. Once I've completed that information, I can hit save and close. Also, when you have your listing here of completed, pending, what have you, there is the gear icon, so you can go in and print the details of all of those refunds that are waiting for information, such as the check number, and come back in and work them later if needed. One other item I want to show is our train button here at across the top on that credit balance. That is a link to our help center. So you can go in, type in refunds, credits, and find all the information about this new credit balance screen and refunds and credits, overview, how to set that up, the details of each screen, etc. So that concludes our training today on the credit balance screen. Thank you.